Hey, and welcome to Money Minis. I'm Robin Foley, money mindset coach. Today, we're going to talk about how you have to heal from your money wounds in order to move forward. If you have watched the previous Money Minis, you might be picking up on how these are very geared towards mindset and manifestation. This is because doing the practical steps towards changing how you do money is only as effective as you are able to get yourself to take the steps. Today's is going to be a pretty short money lesson, but it goes really deep if you engage in it earnestly. So grab a pen and paper to jot some things down as we go. We're going to dig into your brain a little bit. So I know from personal experience and from working with clients that your thoughts, beliefs, and energy are everything when it comes to creating real lasting change in how you do money, or anything else for that matter. I mean, consider how difficult it is to start a new exercise routine or an eating plan. You have to get your mind on board with change, which is not an easy task. Your brain is actively working against the change and will literally stop you in your tracks, even when you really, really want to change. So when it comes to money, probably the biggest block to having more money is the money wounds that you received in your early life. These were moments that became a collection of beliefs and have seemingly been set in stone in your brain and have become who you think you are and how you think life is for you. Those beliefs come from painful things you overheard or saw in action or were directly told about you and money or about your family and money. You then go about your young life and you cement those into place with even more painful experiences with money or lack of money, which makes them really hard to look at and really hard to question and really hard to heal from. So then you just keep going on in a state of lack, frustrated that you can't seem to do simple steps towards being more on top of managing your money better, or putting yourself out there for a higher paying job, or not being able to stop overspending. And there's a whole list of other things. And if you were able to just take those steps and do those things, it would so easily make your life better. But here's how to begin to heal. First, start finding your money wounds. And that is by looking for what are your painful memories around money and having. So what messages did you receive that make you cringe when you think of them? What are the memories when you were little and you were scolded because you wanted something and you were told no because it was too expensive? And then you felt ashamed for even wanting things. Or times when you saw your family fearful and suffering because of the lack of enough money or enough food or enough, just there's so much fear and maybe parents fighting over things like this. So often it's those moments for most people when we started to believe that we were not the person who was allowed to have, that we were not the person who was allowed to believe that money grows on trees. And this is not to put our parents and caregivers down for this. They were most likely trying to manage their own money and teach us lessons about the value of a dollar. They very likely had no idea that this would do any damage in how your mind got programmed. So now you may have found some of your own painful wounding messages, and the practice here is to keep an ongoing list of them as they come up. Now, this is where the healing really begins. One at a time, you're going to take each of those messages and address and question it with the following questions. And I'll put these questions below in the description so that you have access to them. You want to take that money moment, that wounding moment, that wounding message, and ask, is it true? Was this true? Was it necessary? Could that situation have been handled better in a way that protected you, that taught you about abundance rather than scarcity? How does the belief that you now have about yourself and money because of that message stand in your way in your current life? Does this belief serve you now? Do you want to keep this belief? And what would it be like if you no longer believe this about yourself and about money? Some of those thoughts, those beliefs, those memories of painful moments will crumble under this scrutiny, and it will be really easy to be rid of them. But some of them will still carry pain and vulnerability, and that can make this work really heavy. So, to help with that, I'd like you to try thinking this thought when approaching this kind of internal work. Everything I'm working towards is on the other side of healing, and I'm willing to do the work to heal. It's really big work, and you're a motherfucking badass if you take it on. So when you embark on practicing this, I want you to plan a little treat for yourself for afterwards, something that makes you feel special and cared for. All right, until next time. And next time we'll do something practical. I promise. It will be a lot easier. All right, take care, everyone.